Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Rising. Today, we're going to close up our series on the art of non-attachment with the gifts that living in this mindset could teach you. So enjoy. So today, we're going to talk about the gifts that you gain when you let go and you practice this art of non-attachment. The first gift, I believe, is inner freedom. This season, we have focused so much on the theme of freedom and what that looks like. And I highly believe when you release and let go of how you think life should look, it will actually surprise you and help you live with more freedom. And we become more resilient because we're no longer attached to our entire well-being resting on one outcome, one relationship, one identity, just one particular way. We're open, and this frees up so much space in our lives. So that is the beauty, the gift you'll get if you start living this way. And the second gift, I really believe, is deeper relationships. So your relationships, they make your life. But do we often put too much pressure on how it should look? Or should that person be meeting every single need in my life? And the answer is no. Is when we let go of conditions, expectations, it actually allows the relationship to be what it needs to be at that certain moment in our lives. And as you know, people are in our lives for a reason, a season, a lifetime. So we need to anchor ourselves to the present moment and see what our relationships are trying to show us in this moment and release conditions around them and being okay with that and allowing relationships to be what they are in this season of life. And this is tough, but we have to try and get better at practicing this. And this is hard, especially if you're entering a new relationship with somebody. There's so much pressure there. There's so much expectation of where is it going? Can you just allow it to run its course and do what it needs to do? So again, you'll gain deeper relationships if you really let go. 3, creativity and growth. When you live from a place of non-attachment, you're actually more creative and you're able to expand in ways that you never thought possible. And you're willing to try new things. You stop living so tightly bound to perfectionism and that it has to be this way. You're so much more open. And this is where creativity can creep in and enhance your life. And you just start to live from a place that's much more rich in possibility and color and vibrancy. So creativity and growth will surprise you if you just learn to let go. 4th, presence. You're able to be present to the moment in front of you. And this is so hard because we're often living in the past or we're living in a future that hasn't formed yet. So we're never fully present in our life and we're not here. And I started to realize that even this past week, that I wasn't fully showing up to my life. I was distracted. I was thinking about something that either happened yesterday or something that is on the docket for the next week. And I was completely not fully present in the current situation or with a certain person. I kept getting notifications, then I kept getting sidetracked. And I realized that I really need to slow down and become fully present to the life in front of me, whether it be a simple interaction I'm having with someone. Are they getting my undivided attention because I'm there with them? Or am I looking at my phone, noticing something, replying to something, and not fully engaging with them? So I think that when we live from non-attachment and we can ground ourselves to the present moment, we really become just more conscious of what's happening and more aware. So the gift of presence is something you'll gain with this art of non-attachment. Again, non-attaching yourself to the past or the future, but in this present moment. So number 5, here's this beautiful twist that you get, right? You get surprises. Like good surprises sometimes. And what we're often chasing and gripping so tightly sometimes isn't always really in the end what we want. So we have to be open. And what we really want is peace. And so we really need to think about that sometimes life is showing us things and bringing things up for us and surprising us. And maybe in the end, the ultimate gift we'll get is peace. And so that is like the best gift we could give ourselves is if we practice these things, if we practice letting go, even 5% more than yesterday, we'll gain more peace in our lives. And isn't that what you ultimately want? You want to live life with more ease, more peace, and more calmness. So I believe these gifts, they're available to us all. We just have to access them. We just have to put the tools into practice. And we have to just be open. Again, non-attachment is not about caring less. It's really about just living with more intention and living with more peace. And we just need to release our grip on things, rise to our higher selves, because that's the challenge, right? That's what we're doing on here every day. We're rising to our higher self. And we want to feel more free. We want to feel more alive and full of vitality. And the only way we can do this is to release, release, release. And again, I invite you to do this in this season of life. And I hope that you find more inner peace and more freedom. So thank you for joining me. I will have some downloadable PDFs for you so you can put these into practice in your everyday life. Thank you.